am 27 years old, and I have been married to my husband for 2 years. In the beginning, our life together was full of happiness and love, filled with beautiful moments. We laughed, shared experiences, and supported each other in everything, making our relationship feel strong and unbreakable. But now, things have changed completely, and my husband is not the same person anymore. Lately, he keeps telling me that I am not good enough, which deeply hurts me. He says I am selfish and do not care about him the way I should. His words hurt me deeply, and I feel like nothing I do is ever enough. Every day, he finds something wrong with me, even if it is something small. If I make a small mistake, he gets angry and makes me feel guilty. If I try my best, he still says that I am not doing enough for him. I cry almost every day, feeling hopeless and lost, unsure of how to fix this. I want to be a good wife and do everything possible to make him happy. But nothing seems to work, no matter how much effort I put into our relationship. He always tells me that I only think about myself and not about his needs. He insists that I should do more for him and his family, which frustrates me. It makes me feel helpless and unappreciated, as if my efforts mean nothing anymore. I have tried different ways to show him that I care, but nothing works. I cook his favorite meals, keep the house clean, and always ask about his day. I try to be kind, understanding, and supportive, but he still remains unhappy with me. Sometimes, I feel afraid to express myself because he might accuse me of selfishness again. I hesitate to buy something for myself, fearing he will call me selfish and irresponsible. I am scared to take a day off work, because he might say I am lazy. I feel guilty if I rest, because he might accuse me of not doing enough. Every decision I make, no matter how small, fills me with anxiety and stress. I often wonder what my fault is, constantly questioning myself without finding any answers. I want to be loved for who I am, but he makes me feel unloved. His words and actions make me feel small, unimportant, and unworthy of love and care. I used to be a confident person, but now I feel like I am nothing. Even though I give my best, he still complains and says that I need to change. One day, after another argument, I told him, I try to be a good wife. But nothing makes you happy, I added, hoping he would understand my feelings and pain. He looked at me and said, You do not try hard enough, which broke me. At that moment, I felt invisible, like he could not see my efforts at all. I have started to think about leaving him, because I cannot keep living like this. We do not have any children yet, and I am still young but scared. Leaving him is not easy, and the thought of losing him scares me deeply. But staying in this unhappy marriage also terrifies me, making me feel completely trapped. I do not want to be alone, yet I also do not want this pain. Sometimes, I wonder if I am the problem, questioning whether I am truly selfish. Maybe I do not do enough, but deep down I know I try hard. I just wish he could see that and appreciate everything I do for him. One evening, after another fight, I felt completely broken and overwhelmed with sadness. I went to my room, sat on the bed, and cried for a long time. My heart felt heavy, and my mind was filled with painful thoughts of hopelessness. I kept asking myself, why am I always the one who has to change? Why can't he see how hard I am trying? I thought, feeling completely exhausted. I wanted to talk to him about my feelings, but I was too afraid. I was scared of his reaction, afraid he would make me feel even worse. When he finally came into the room, he saw me crying and said, Again? You're still crying? This is what I mean. You make everything about yourself, he said. His words shattered me, making me feel like I was not even allowed to cry. I tried to explain that I was not making everything about myself, but failed. I just wanted to be happy and feel like I was good enough for him. My voice was shaking as I spoke, but he did not seem to care at all. He just walked away, leaving me alone with my pain and overwhelming sadness. That night, I sat in silence, thinking about everything that had happened between us. I remembered the good times we shared and the bad times we had endured. And then, I realized something important. I could not live like this forever. I could not keep changing myself for someone who did not even appreciate me. I needed to love myself first before trying to please someone who ignores me. So, I decided to take a step back and focus on myself for once. I started doing things for myself, taking walks, spending time with friends, and learning new things. I tried to find happiness again, not for him, but for myself and my well-being. At first, it was difficult, and my husband did not like the changes in me. He told me, "You're changing. You are not the same person I married before." But deep down, I knew that I needed this change for my mental peace. I needed to find my own peace and self-worth instead of constantly seeking approval. One day, I finally told him, "I cannot keep trying to make you happy. If you are never happy with me, I need to focus on myself instead," I said. "I need to be happy with who I am," I added, feeling stronger than before. He did not say anything in response. He just looked at me in silence. And for the first time in a long time, I finally felt strong and independent. Maybe this was the beginning of something new, something better for me and my future. Maybe I was finally learning how to take care of myself and prioritize my happiness. The days after that were challenging, and I knew he was upset with me. But I also knew that I had to put myself first for my well-being. As time passed, I started to feel better, realizing I did not need perfection. I did not have to do everything he wanted. I just had to be myself. I still love my husband, but I am learning to love myself first too. And maybe that is the real answer. To truly love myself before loving someone else. Maybe when I truly love myself, I can be a better person and wife. But I cannot continue living in fear of never being enough for someone else. I do not know what the future holds for me or my marriage now. I do not know if my marriage will improve, or if it will eventually end. But I do know one thing for sure: I am enough. And I always have been. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family.